If you're new to dropshipping and just trying to get started, don't worry. We all start from the beginning, and that's why I wanted to create this video where I'm gonna actually go through every single step of starting dropshipping from scratch in the simplest way, so you can actually follow along and get started with your dropshipping business. And by the end of this video, you'll have more advanced questions on what to do after you have the business up and running. Now, the first thing that we need to do is find a winning product. Finding products is super easy to do. You're gonna see a ton of different products all over the internet and a lot of product videos as well. But finding a winning product is a little bit different. So I'm gonna quickly go through and show you some ways to find these. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to Facebook, and what you wanna do is actually get a Chrome extension called Ad Finder. It's gonna look like a little guy with glasses and kind of like a spy hat. Once you have this, all that you need to do is go ahead and click on Turn Ads Only. What this is gonna do is it's gonna make the Facebook feed only populate ads, and this is how we're going to find products that are actively run by businesses, while also doing a little bit of a deep dive into their page to see just how well that product's performing and if it's something that they're still actively running. So when you scroll through here, what you want to do is you want to find ads just like this, and you actually want to click into them, just kind of telling Facebook that you are interested in these dropshipping style products. This way it's going to make more of these type of products appear. You'll see on this account, I specifically use this account for dropshipping product research. So you're going to see a lot of the ads that actually appear on here are dropshipping ads, which really is what I'm looking for. All right, and just like that, I found a winning product using this method. So if we go ahead and we look at this, you'll kind of see why I think this is an awesome product. So what it is it's a necklace. It's actually a breathing necklace. I have bought one of these just to see how well they work. And that's why I kind of like caught my attention when I saw this ad. I was like, okay, this is actually a pretty cool product. This ad is doing pretty well. So when we go ahead and we look at the engagement, we can see we got some comments, lots of views, lots of likes. So once we find a product like this, the next thing that we need to do is actually decide how we're going to market it. There's so many different advertising platforms, but when it comes to just starting out as a beginner dropshipper, I recommend you use either TikTok, Pinterest, or Facebook. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to head over to TikTok. This is the method you need to use. It's going to be the fastest, but there are some rules you need to follow when using other people's content. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to TikTok and just look up breathing necklace. And you'll see we'll get all this content. So what we did is we went and we found some TikTok ads like this. This one has an unboxing section. This one has kind of like a personal use type section. This one is kind of just like quirky and weird, and it's supposed to be funny. And then we have this one right here, which is kind of like an answer to a question like, why does it work? Once you find the content that you plan on using for your product, these are two rules you have to follow if you plan on going through and actually using other people's content. Rule number one is you need to change the creative. What that means is anytime you're using other people's creatives, you need to go through and actually chop it up and use other pieces of other videos and clip it all together. And then also go and add a different song to the background. You don't want to use the same song. Ideally, we're trying to make it so TikTok doesn't know we're using other people's creatives. Then the second rule is try to not have any faces showing in the video. And of course, beyond all this, if you get to a point where the product is selling and you can go get user-generated content, or you can order the product and create your own content, of course, transition to that as soon as possible. So I'm going to quickly go through and chop up some of these videos and then show you what an ad looks like if I were to go through and do this exact process. And what I want to do is I kind of want to go through and pick out the best parts of each of these ads and try to create a sequence where we have essentially the product, demonstration, and then offer. I'd like to go in that 3-level sequence. All right, so this is what I got so far. This is pretty bad, but I'm just working with a couple clips that I pulled real quick here. This is just to give you a general idea. So we got all together 2 different clips that I put together. Realistically, I would probably want to do more. And as you can see, I have several faces showing, which, like I said, that's something that you don't really want, but it's something we're just going to have to work with the pieces of clips that we got. Now you're going to see here at the beginning, we have this girl talking, but I actually removed all the audio. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go into here, and we're going to go onto the TikTok app. And what we want to do is we actually want to go ahead and add some text, just kind of like explaining exactly what she's saying. So we'll go ahead and we'll add that in there. And then what you want to do is you actually want to go to text to speech. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pick a girl voice. So let's go with the Jessie voice.
Making TikToks about our work breathing necklace.
And then we'll go ahead and we'll hit done. Now, of course, we don't want this text on there. We want it kind of out of sight. So we'll go ahead and we'll just take that text and we're actually just gonna slide it off screen so that you can't see it anymore. All right, so now that we got that all good, we got the text out of the way, we got our video all ready to go. Let's see what it looks like.
Me making TikToks about our breathe work necklace. Customers asking, is that grass?
The Muladhara flow, and it's actually a meditative breathing tool. So the way it works is you take an in-breath through your nose, and you take an out-breath through your mouth through the straw.
All right, so pretty rough copy, but you can get the general idea of what we're going for. If you do have those situations where you have kind of text speech and you want to add your own text speech, you just go ahead, add the text to speech, and then just drag the text off the screen. So now that we got the ad all ready to go, the next step is we actually need to design our store, of course, because once we run these ads, we got to send them to a product page. So let's go through and let's quickly put together a product page for this product right here. And if you're just getting started, I do have a link down in the description of this video that can get you the Shopify plan for only $1 per month instead of the regular $30. All right, perfect. So we are all good to go here. So just to give you an example, when it comes to jewelry products, you can be pretty basic with your product pages. You don't actually have to get that advanced. Realistically, all you need to do is show the product with some high quality images. So just like this, we got some high quality images coming through here. And then what you also want to do, especially with a product like this, even though it is just a jewelry piece, it is a jewelry piece with kind of like a purpose, like it does something. So of course you want to show people how do you use it. So right here, just a real quick kind of image showing this is exactly how you use it. Like it's pretty straightforward. It's a breathing necklace. Now, since this product is so simplistic, all we really need is a couple little descriptive pieces, maybe some more imaging down here if we really want to, then putting the dimensions because it's a jewelry piece. And that's really it. Like when it comes to a product page, you just want a clean aesthetic like this, where it looks trustworthy, where it looks professional. And obviously, if you can, just like we've done here, you want to make it look like it's relatively branded, because of course that's going to make you seem more credible when the customer comes through and looks at it. So now that we got our product, we got our ad created, we got our store created, the next thing that we would want to do is actually go out and test this product using an advertising platform. Now, for the sake of this video, since we of course created a TikTok ad, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you how to launch a product on TikTok, because I believe this is one of the easiest platforms to launch a product as of right now. So once we get into the TikTok ad dashboard, what we want to do is go ahead and click on create. And then in here, you're going to get two options. You'll have both advanced setup and custom mode. What we want to do, of course, is go into custom mode so that we can go ahead and customize this. We're going to go for website conversions. You can name the campaign whatever you want, but let's just go ahead and put the product name because that makes it the easiest. We'll go with a CBO budget of $50 per day, and then go ahead and just continue on through to the ad set group. Now in the ad set group, you do of course want to make sure your pixel's all set up. And once your pixel's all set up, what you want to do is down here under optimization event, you want to select the event you want to optimize for. Of course, we want to get people purchasing, so we'll do complete payment. Then down here under placements, we'll go ahead, select placements, and we're only going to select TikTok. We don't want Bangle. It's stupid, we don't want it. Down here, what we want to do is we want to turn off video downloads. User commenting, you can turn off or you can leave it on. If you do leave it on, just make sure you have word exclusions when it comes to your ads, because you don't want people commenting a bunch of mean stuff or just negative stuff. Then down here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to target only the United States. This is, again, like I said, I'm just setting this up with the most effective and fastest way for you to get started as a dropshipping beginner. So we've got United States, and then down here, what we want to do is we want to actually go for 25 to 55 plus. If it's a product that's very obviously going to be for a younger demographic, you can include 18 to 24. But generally this demographic right here, I've noticed, just has the money. So that's why I go ahead and I target them. Coming down here, we're going to do no interest. We're going to leave it nice and broad. And then of course you would want it to start the following day at 12 o'clock a.m. So we'll go ahead and just put a bunch of zeros in there because that's on the 24-hour clock. Leave all this how it is, and then we'll go ahead and go to the ad level. Now what we're going to do is on the ad level down here, you're going to see your custom identity. This is where you're going to put in your store or your brand's name. And then you're also going to add an image for your logo. And what I recommend you do is when it comes to the image, what we want to do is we actually want to put an image of the product or the product in use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use an image of the product in use. So here you can see it's a girl actually using the breathing necklace. And then our brand is going to be Breathing Man. So nice and simple. It kind of ties together with the product. We'll go ahead and confirm that. So now you can see we have that nicely appearing right there. Also, when it comes to your brand logo or image or whatever the heck it is, it does actually help to have a person's face in there. I think it's because it makes it seem like the account's a little bit more personal, but I've just noticed that that does tend to work a little bit better. So we've got Breathing Man as our store name, that as our logo. And then down here, what we're going to do is we're going to add that video creative that we just made up. All right. So while that's uploading, what we're going to do is we're going to add some text for our descriptor. Now, I've tried a lot of different text formats, and honestly, keeping it simple seems to work the best, which is why I tend to always do just get 50% off and free shipping. It's like a free offer. It highlights a benefit. It highlights an offer. I don't know what it is, but realistically, not many people look at this. So it's like something simple like that really kind of catches people's attention. So now that we got our video all uploaded, the next thing that we want to do is we actually want to pick the thumbnail for the video. Sometimes there can be a good thumbnail actually within the video. Sometimes you want to actually create your own. So let's go ahead and let's check out this video to see if there is any in here. So inside the video for the thumbnail, we got all these different options. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this one because it's like she's talking about her Breathe work necklace and she looks a little bit suspicious. So I'm going to go ahead with that one because I think it's going to really catch people's attention with that facial expression. So once we got that all set up, the next thing that of course we would want to do is add our URL. And then down for the custom call to actions, if you're starting with a lower budget, you don't want to use dynamic because that's just too many different variables to test. So we'll just go with standard and do the shop now button. Once that's all set up, you'd go ahead and you'd click submit, and then your ad would be up and running and ready to go. Now you would want to go through and actually expand this ad, create some more copies of this ad, test some interest maybe if you want to go down that route. And then ideally, when you're running these campaigns, you do want to have anywhere from 3 to 4 creatives within each ad set. That's a great amount. If you can't create that many ads, just go ahead and at least start with 2. You never really want to have one. At least give TikTok a couple different options. And the final thing you want to do is go and watch all the rest of my videos because there's so much excellent content on this channel just demonstrating how to actually start and thrive within this business model. And if you guys do want to join my dropshipping masterclass, we do have a sale going on right now. So you can go and you can find the link to that sale down in the description of this video.